Hey, it's the fourth quarter, and the excuse you're starting to hear is, we'd really like to fix this problem, but we're going to wait until after the 1st of January when we have new budgets and we can get back to work. Here's the thing. When you are hearing that, the problem is you have found people who are able but unwilling. And here's what I mean by that. Early in my career, I was taught that my job as a salesperson was as quickly as possible to discover 4 things from my prospects. The first thing I had to discover was their budget. The second thing was their authority. The third thing was their need. And the fourth thing was their timeline. In other words, I had to figure out whether or not they were able to make a decision for the money I was trying to get and when they were planning on making it. And you know what? I was pretty good at figuring out if buyers were able to make a decision. Unfortunately, I would get to the end of the presentation and they would say, "That's fantastic. We really like you. We like what you've presented, but now's not really the time." Like the timeline we laid out was theoretical. I mean, the problem's bad, but we're really not looking to fix it until after the 1st of the year, after July 4th, when people get back from vacation. Whatever the excuse, I was good at figuring out whether or not people were able to make a decision. But it took me a lot of years to understand my job was to figure out whether or not people were willing to make a decision. In fact, simple questions like, is this actually important enough that you want to go through the presentation and decision process? Are the simplest way to find out whether or not the person you're talking to is willing to make a decision right now. And if they're not, you can end the sales call. Not sure how to separate the able from the willing? Maybe we should talk. Give me a call, 317-678-8800.